Welcome to Northeastern High School. It's Knightline Live, 7 o'clock on a Monday night. What else would you be doing except watching Monday Night Football pre-show? But that ain't happening today, as there's no football tonight. However, there was some football yesterday, and Rick said, who do I have? I'll tell you who I have. I'm putting my money on the Chiefs because I'm a conspiracy theorist.
You think the referees are on their side? Is that what I'm hearing from you, Jared?
I think the NFL's on their side.
All right, so let me back up a little bit. Number one, I don't have a skin in the game, so I wanted the underdogs to win yesterday, and they didn't. Okay, yep. Which is kind of typical. So I'm a Patriot fan, well known around here. We had 19 years of success, and the same things I'm hearing about the Chiefs is what I heard about the Patriots for all that time. So
and that was a conspiracy also.
Well, maybe they have good. Maybe they just have better players. I tell you what they have is they have players and coaches that know how to win.
Yeah.
I mean, there is that intangible there about how, especially in like the NFL. You know, everybody's as good as the other guy. All right, yep. There's nobody way better. You know, the running backs for the Chiefs are as good as the running backs for Philadelphia, you know, and the receivers and whatnot. I mean, these players are all good.
Oh, I agree.
You know, so a lot of it is the intangible. That's why Tom Brady was so good. He knew how to win.
Well, he didn't put all the air in the ball either.
Well, but he knew how to win. Just see,
and that's how you win.
You're proving my point. He knew how to win. So.
Well, tonight I think we have wrestling.
Wrestling, a lot of wrestling tonight.
A lot of wrestling
tonight. A lot of good news in the wrestling.
Yeah, and then we've got some girls basketball.
Yeah.
Cody Dudley and I think Eric Nolan are going to join us tonight from the girls basketball coaching staff, and we're going to talk a little girls basketball and some sectional. The draw just came out, so we'll get into that.
Conference championship on the line this week for them. I mean, they're 20-1. I don't know. Has there been a girls basketball team that's been 20-1 over the years, Jerry?
The only one that I would say that would come into that would be the Amy Wright year, because I think they only lost like 3 games that year.
Okay.
It would be one of those. And of course, one of those had been in the state tournament.
Yeah.
So, on only a 1-loss season, I doubt it's happened.
Yeah. So we'll see. So
maybe we'll ask that question just for giggles and grins.
And hopefully they want to get that kind of elusive Tri-Eastern Conference Championship that's eluded them the last couple of years, and they'll have a chance to wrap that up this weekend or this week as they get a couple games left. But we'll talk to Eric and Cody and get their thoughts on the draw and everything about girls basketball. It's about to get real.
Yep. And boys basketball just had a couple games over the weekend, split their first loss.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, I think we have some archery.
Well,
that went down.
So the archery team, they were at Monroe Central for their state qualifier. Now you look at the archery team; they took their whole team to Florida last year. I don't know who. Probably Brian Richmond planned a lot of that. That's quite a feat. To get everybody on a plane to wherever they got to go, get the money raised for that. I mean, there's a lot involved in that. But anyways. They went down to Monroe Central and they shot in the chute there at Monroe Central, and that is a state qualifier. And they don't know what the scores haven't been posted yet as far as who qualified, but that's not going to be till February 6th, so next week.
Probably not an issue for the Knights.
Probably not, because they've been there a lot lately. So high scorer Ariana Johnson, she's a senior. She shot a 282. And for those of you unfamiliar with scoring, that's out of 300. So that's a bullseye or two, I think, right, Jerry?
That's a boom baby.
Yeah, it's a boom baby. And sophomore Annie Hinkle. Now, I think Annie and Ariana, when we had some of the shooters on, I think both of them were here. She's only a sophomore. She shot a 281. So congratulations to them, and we'll look forward to those postings. You can go on. They have a great Facebook page. You can keep up to date with them. We've said this before, Jerry. They do a tremendous job with
absolutely.
the archery program. That's a popular activity, popular
it is.
sport.
It's getting
shooting.
big.
So, congratulations. Well, we'll give you a little pre-congratulations because we have confidence, right?
That's right.
That they're going to go to the state qualifiers. So.
And then our favorite, I should say our favorite, but one of our favorite groups that we like to give a hard time to, with rifles and flags and swords, weapons of destruction that we could get ourselves physically hurt. The damsels. Now, I think the damsels had 2, maybe 3 years off.
Yeah, it's been
before they'd done a competition.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And then they go out and compete for the first time in 2 or 3 years. Just like not even missing a beat,
well,
Rick, they win.
Hey, can you get higher than first place?
No, you can't.
Is there another place higher?
No, there's not.
All right. Well, congratulations to the damsels. We've had great damsels around here over the past.
Yep.
And good to see them back in the competitive competition. There's a group of girls that want to be on that damsels team, and it's more fun when you're competing. And congratulations to them. Number 1 in their class. There are classes in damsels. They're competing. We had some of the damsels on earlier, and they're competing in Ohio this year. For various reasons.
Yeah.
But so congratulations to the damsels, and we'll have to keep everybody up to date on how they're doing, and maybe we'll videotape a demonstration someday.
Yeah, maybe we'll get something.
Yeah.
On that. Well, now, a few weeks ago, over Christmas break or New Year's, right after New Year's, boys basketball had a home game and invited former Knight Tyler Smith, who's coaching one of the
Victory College
Prep, and our own Don Beatty had a chance to sit down and talk to him at halftime of the JV game.
Yeah, now let me tell you, that was pretty cool to see Tyler. Most people remember Tyler. Yeah. He was a great basketball player here at Northeastern. They had some good teams back then. I mean, they were competitive. I mean, they lost some heartbreakers in regional finals and that type of thing. But probably some of the best teams we've seen, at least in my life.
Yeah.
That since I've been following Northeastern. And Tyler he's coached at the college, been an assistant coach at the college level, and now he's a head coach at Victory College Prep. Now, where are they located, Jerry?
In Indianapolis.
Okay, so
that's all I know.
Yeah, they're another probably it's a charter school.
It's a charter type, yeah.
And so I'll tell you what, they were young. His team was young, very athletic, and he's got something to mold.
They played hard.
Yeah.
And they got to come here, and in the video we had to talk a little bit about some of the stuff, why they came.
Yeah. So anyways, so we've got that video here. It's rather lengthy. So after that, we're going to go to commercials, and when we get back from there, it's going to be we're going to talk to Eric and Cody about girls basketball. So I'll take us out here.
Yep.
Aiden, let's go to that video, and you're watching Knightline, and we're live.
Welcome back to Northeastern High School. With me tonight, Coach Tyler Smith. How does that sound to you?
It sounds a lot better than a player.
Well, I was thinking about what I was going to ask you today, and I think back to our times and your 4 years here at Northeastern, and I had seat 4 on the bench typically, and when you came out of the game, which wasn't very often, you sat in seat 5.
Yep.
And so we had some good times there on the bench. At what point did you think, man, this coaching gig, this is something I want to look into?
I mean, honestly, I really never thought about coaching until I got into college, and then I realized, like, man, it's either league or you have to find something different, right? And then I came into college hurt, and I had my first surgery, and then I started kind of realizing, just seeing the game from a different angle because I wasn't able to play. And then I took the second injury my last season, 7 games into my last season, and I still had hopes of playing overseas and doing a bunch of other stuff playing. But then once I got hurt and I sat back, I'm like, man, I don't know if my body can continue to take the years of pain and endurance that I put on it. So I started thinking about I still love the game, and I still love being around kids and being involved in the community. So I just wanted to find a niche for myself that was still going to make me happy, but still give back to the game because it's given so much to me.
Yeah, and I can relate to that, and I think one of the most important things about coaching, at least for me, and I'm sure it'll be that way with you, is the relationships you build. Think about, all the things that we accomplished in your 4 years and other years as well, but when you think about those 4 years for you, you have a lot of great memories, wins, some great wins, some agonizing losses along the way as well.
Yeah.
But those are memories that you and your group that you played with and the coaches that you were with that you're going to have, and not everybody else has those. So, hopefully something along the line, building those relationships is something that you'll take along with you. What are some of your best memories here at Northeastern?
Man, wow, what a question. I'd say, the thing that I talk about a lot, and everybody doesn't really get to experience this, is just getting to play with my older two brothers. Just my freshman year here, Brent was already taking the program in the right direction. And then my first year in high school, it's like I got here and then we just took off. And everything just evolved on its own. And I got to really enjoy, having two older brothers, which I never took time to do as a kid. And I think just the realization of playing for Alex and knowing that it was Alex's last season, I never wanted that to end. And then getting to have Rob jump in and play with us too, it was just that's stuff that you can't describe to somebody that doesn't have two brothers, that you might not get into that situation. So I'd say that's one of my favorite memories being here. And then it's like 1,000 other memories, and it's more than the memories, it's the relationships that I still have. It's like I still talk to you, I still talk to Brent every single day. My best friend Harrison Rice, I still talk to him every single day. And it's like I wouldn't be where I'm at without the relationships that I built in my time here.
Well, and you talk about that. I remember coming down to Florida when you were down in Lakeland, and we stopped and picked you up, and we went to Top Golf. Those are the kind of things that I think you'll build into your program and let people know that, hey, it's about wins and losses. Those are fun,
right.
But what we can take away from this is a lifetime friendship and a lifetime relationship, and I think you'll take that with you. So from a coaching standpoint, what are you? I think I saw an inbounds play by the JV that looked real familiar.
You like that?
Yeah. So what have you taken from, not just from Northeastern, but from anywhere? What have you taken on, to your coaching style? I
think just being as many places as I've been in this basketball game, coaching at the college level for the last 2 years. So I've instilled just the principles of how hard it is to get to that next level since I was able to coach it. And then, we like to run our practices a lot like how we did at Holy Cross. We like to run our offense a lot how we did at St. Francis. And then we got a couple plays, I steal from here and there, from Northeastern.
Oh, yeah.
So, it's a blessing to have all that basketball knowledge and be able to instill it into just one group of people. So
yeah, I would agree, and I'm glad you're doing it. I think it's great that you're doing it. One of the things that you and I have always talked about as well is that, Northeastern's a special place. There's your number up on the wall. I remember when you came back. They're gonna honor you again tonight. Those kind of memories as well. How does that make you feel?
Man, like I said, the basketball thing it always makes you feel good. But like we've been talking about, it's the relationships. It's giving these kids something to look forward to, a goal to strive for. Bringing them back here wasn't about getting a win. It wasn't about taking a loss. It was about showing them how hard I worked to help build this tradition, and then showing them that they're capable of building the same tradition back at home. A lot of these kids don't get to go home to the best situations. They don't know exactly where their next meal's coming from, if the lights are going to be on or not. So I just want to give them a positive outlet, a positive outlet that they can express their emotions, and then have somebody that really relies on them and really will build them up more than break them down.
I think that's great, Tyler, because I think the most important things in coaching are teaching kids hard work pays off.
Yep.
And that relationships are the most important thing that comes out of it. I'm super proud of you. I can't wait to see how your team goes in the future.
Thank you.
Other than tonight, I think it's going to be fun to watch you in the future.
Yep,
So,
I appreciate it.
all right. We'll be back right after this. Thank you for Tyler Smith.
Yep,
Good luck
appreciate
tonight,
it.
Coach.
Yeah, thank you.
At Kate's Family Eye Care, we value a family-friendly atmosphere. offering high-quality eye exams. Our expert staff utilizes the latest techniques in eye care. We have a large selection of affordable glasses that are unique to our area. We are proud supporters of the Northeastern Knights and wish all the teams the best of luck.
Go Knights!
We would love to invite you to LifeSpring Students, our youth group at LifeSpring Church that is just south of Northeastern on 27. We meet from 7 to 8:30 on most Thursdays, but the doors open at 6:30. You can grab some pizza or a snack from our cafe and then hang out with your friends until 7 p.m. We have basketball, dodgeball, gaga ball, and other activities for you to enjoy. At 7, our student band leads us in some worship through music, and we have a lesson from God's Word, the Bible. We then split into small groups based on grade and gender to apply what we have learned and pray with one another. After small group, students are invited to hang out until 9 p.m. when we close. LifeSpring Students is a great way to get to know God and meet some new friends. It is open for any student in grades 6 through 12, and we would love to invite you. Find out more at lifespring.tv/students.
KOA exit 151A, registration and the general store. It's a family-owned campground with pull-through parking for RVs or travel trailers with full hookups. Rent a cabin, relax at one of the fire pits, or picnic by the pond. A playground for the kids, or get in around the golf before dinner. Take a water-soaking hayride, lay out by the pool, and then take a dip. Welcome back to Knightline Live, brought to you by Astro Industries, our friends up in Lynn. Hey, if you're looking for a job or maybe, change of an avocation or something, give our friends a call up at Astro Industries. I'm Jerry Middleton. With me, as usual, is Rick Fletcher and our special guest tonight, head basketball coach Cody Dudley and assistant basketball coach Eric Nolan. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us on this beautiful, beautiful 80-degree and balmy day.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's 80 degrees.
It's 80 in
here. Yeah.
We're in a sauna in here. I mean, that's what it kind of feels like.
It feels good.
Oh, yeah. Well, guys, welcome. We appreciate it. We don't get to talk to you guys much. We talk to Wes after every game, of course. And, of course, we enjoy that, but we don't get to talk to you. And gearing up for some big things coming up, Cody. You got a couple games this week for the conference championship. I don't even know the last time we won the Tri-Eastern Conference Championship. Has it been a while?
2021.
Oh, okay. Was that?
Co-champs. Winchester.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
Co-champs
right.
2021.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Taylor Ferris.
Yeah.
Group.
Jenna McFarland was
Yeah.
on that team,
Yeah.
and that was a good squad.
But outright, I think it goes all the way back maybe to 12 or something like that.
Yeah, I'm honestly not sure.
Well, all right. So you got a couple of games. What's your mindset as you had? We just had our sectional draw. We'll get into the
Yeah.
sectional here. So what's your mindset as you go into get a couple of big games? I mean, you can't look past Winchester.
No,
right?
and that's the theme, right?
Yeah.
Like that's what we talked to the girls about at practice today. Is we know, there's all the excitement around the tourney draw, and we get together and we have a dinner as a team and all that good stuff. But then it's time to, Monday comes around, it's time to reset. We still have 2 games on the regular season schedule, both conference games. One of those is in our county, so just time to refocus and just get back to, our normal routine and the way we prepare as a team and coaching staff. And we still have 2 of them to go before we get to that point. So.
Yeah. So Eric or Cody, give it. So far, it's 20-1. A lot of positives. Eric, touch on a few of those things. But I also want to discuss with you guys: are there any potential weaknesses? Now, I don't want you to give away the trade secrets here, all right? But whatever you can share. So, Eric, talk about the positives of this year. And
Well, we had Addie and Ava both hit their 1,000 points this year. So.
Yeah.
Which is kind of an unusual thing, having 2 girls hit their 1,000-point career. So,
Especially at a smaller school like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Congratulations to them. And Addie's maybe has a chance to break the school record next year. I mean, she'll come back. She'll be a scorer next year also.
Yeah.
So, what are some other things, Eric?
Oh, I'd say the road winning streaks are positive.
Okay.
Not many teams can go on the road like that in hostile environments.
What is that winning streak at?
17,
18.
Oh wow! Okay.
And that's true road games, so not neutral sites, but true road games dating back to last year. I think it's 17 straight on the road.
That's a good run,
Yeah.
right there. You guys have come together. It was a different look going into the season. Obviously, you always wondered, what the results were going to be. But I want to ask you, Cody. You guys, I think you started right off the first game, looking like a pretty well-oiled machine. And how do you keep that going?
Yeah, I mean, for us, going all the way back to June ball, we showed very, very well in the summer, and we would talk as a coaching staff, just not like, are we good? We think we're good, but we're not sure. Like, we're still trying to work some of those things out. And I would say at this point, like, I think they're pretty good. I think they're a good team. Just got to keep playing the right way. Just have the right mindset. Like, don't overlook anybody. We just talk about, like, we think we're a good team, but we don't think we're good enough that you can just look past people.
Right.
We have goals, that are out there for us. We talked about, we break our season down into parts, and we want to win each part of that season, similar to what the boys do. And part of that is winning conference, right? And that's attainable. That's right there this week. So just getting through that, but just staying focused on those little goals throughout the season. Just staying focused on that.
I think a lot of teams don't realize the depth that you guys have when you start talking about guards. You guys are depth-wise a lot deeper than probably 90% of the teams that we played this year. And then you go to your centers or your power forwards, pretty deep there. I mean, when you got Johnson and Gammon right there, and then you throw in Cammy Angie, sort of a swing power forward type thing. And then you can bring in, some other people in off the bench there that comes in and they'll give you that 2 minutes that you need.
Yeah.
I've said all year that teams are going to have a hard time matching up to you guys.
Yeah, and we take some pride in that. We have some girls that are pretty versatile that give us some flexibility with our lineups. You talk about like the ones you mentioned, but like a Brooklyn Adams.
Yes.
Big, strong girl. I think pound for pound, she probably, outside of Heather Crawl, probably benches more than like any girl in the school. But she's a girl that she's come a long way in her development. She's someone that we trust too. So she can play a guard spot, a big spot. Cammy, with just her IQ and understanding of what we're trying to do, she can play as a wing or a forward or center.
Can lead the break if needed.
Yeah, I mean, Kinsey's ability to step out and shoot and play more of a wing, power forward position when we have Carrie in the game. So that's we kind of pride ourselves on just we can play that slow it down, grind it out pace. We can go into the paint, or we can run and play, run things through our guards and utilize our speed. We have shooting, and so we have pretty much anything you would want in a team. And if we have some girls that get in foul trouble, we're not necessarily in trouble, right? We can bring some girls in, and we can sustain some of that too. So.
Well, what I like about your bigs, and that includes Carrie and Kenzie and Cammie, they're good with, they can handle the ball.
Yeah.
All right, they can dribble out of situations. You don't get that with a lot of bigs, especially girls, and so that's impressive. Eric, let me ask you a question. Didn't get a chance, but you've been gone for I don't know how many years and made that long road to Blackford. You were an assistant coach up there. Very successful, by the way. You guys had some really good teams up there. So how's it been back? This is your home turf right here. Not only do you not have to drive, but this is your town. Everybody knows you here. Also, wherever we go, Eric knows somebody. They played on his AAU team. So how's it been being back here at your alma mater?
Obviously it's awesome to be home.
Yeah.
The 3-minute drive home compared to the hour
Yeah.
back and forth.
Yeah.
I mean, it was nice to have that experience. So I gained quite a big experience while I was up there. But
Yeah.
they always say it's good to be home.
Are you bringing back anything from your experience at Blackford? Did they do things differently? A different coach? I mean, obviously coaches have their own style. You learn anything? Try to add to what you already know, or how does that work?
Well, every once in a while I pipe in some opinions. And I talked to the girls a couple of weeks ago about some of the similarities between the team we had 2 years ago up there and this team. So kind of gave them what we kind of self-destructive with that we didn't want to do here. So
Okay, well, it's good to have that warning
Yeah.
going in. I mean, it can be treacherous, and just like you said, anything could happen on any given night. In the sectionals, so you guys were at B-Dubs yesterday as a team. If you didn't see the pairing show, Jerry, right out of the gate, I think second or third one, they flash up the team pictures, and there you guys were. Northeastern, kind of odd for a team here on the edge of the cornfields to get some recognition, but I'm sure you appreciated that.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, like I said, every year we post that and shout it out, and the girls wait in anticipation. Obviously, there's hundreds of teams around the state that want that, but it was pretty cool. They were pretty excited to see our team photo pop up there.
Yeah. So what is your mindset as a team, as a coaching staff? You had, I don't want to look too far past this week, but sectionals are right around the corner, and now it's getting real. So what is your mindset and your team's mindset?
Yeah, I'd say just confidence. I talked to the girls about the only reason to be nervous going into a game is if you're not prepared. And I feel like we're always prepared. So there's no reason to be nervous regardless of how big of a game it is. And just having that confidence, as long as we play the way we know we can play, and it's about us. It's never about the other team or who we're facing. It's just about us and what we do and taking care of execution on our end, and we feel like as long as we do that, we'll have a good shot against anybody.
Is it helpful having the experience from last year where you got over that hump and you got that sectional title? Is that a helpful experience?
Yeah, I think girls have been there now, so they
Right.
know what to expect. They've played in big games in front of big crowds. They know what it feels like to get over that, and then they also know what it feels like to then go on the road and play in another big game, and come away empty-handed. And I think that, has motivated a lot of our girls. We have some young girls that played, key roles in that team that now return, and maybe they're the upperclassmen or playing a bigger role. And so that experience is just invaluable, when you have that.
Bob Knight said, you don't know how to win until you know how to lose. And that game last year down at Southwestern might have been the proverbial boot in the rear end. And they go, okay,
Yeah.
this is what I know now. Because, let's face it, they hadn't experienced that before.
Right.
And so forth. And now they have seen that, they've been there, now they know what to expect, and the sky's the limit for them.
Yeah, and once
Yeah.
you do that, once you go on the road, it's different sectional because you've pretty much played in those gyms
Yeah.
and in front of those crowds, right? Like county tourney, like you've seen some of that stuff. But when you're at a true neutral site, a gym you've never been in before, against a team that, outside of the coaching staff, the girls have probably never even heard of until we start showing film and breaking stuff down. And so once you've had that experience and kind of what that's like, you're just never really sure what to expect, but now they do. And that's going to go a long way.
I've refereed a lot of sectional and regional and semi-state games that in that same situation where teams aren't knowing, and suddenly that underdog goes like that and gets on that little 10, 12-0 run, and it's game over.
Yeah.
And it's easy for that in the state tournament. When it's one and done, it's easy for upsets to happen.
Every single possession is magnified
Yeah,
by
it is.
by 10.
Yeah.
I mean, every possession matters. Every point matters. Every
Yes.
turnover is huge. So yeah, when you get in that, it's one and done, win or go home. It changes things.
And that's a lot. And
Yeah.
we always forget, and sometimes I'm guilty of forgetting that we're dealing with high school kids.
Yeah.
These aren't professional athletes out there playing for the money. All right, that's not Patrick Mahomes out there earning big bucks. These are high school kids. I think we can benefit from the leadership of Ava,
Yeah.
Cammie, Ariel Schuler.
Yeah.
These girls have been there. They've been in the mix. They've been in the fight. And really, you take Ava's probably she's having a great year.
Yeah.
I mean, tremendous year for Ava. And it's fun. It's fun to watch. Okay. I mean, fun to watch Ava because boy, at times she can take over a game.
Yeah.
I told Ariel the other night that she's going to find that 3-point touch again. It's
Yeah.
going to come, okay? And look out when it comes because those things will start falling from the sky.
Oh yeah.
Because she can do it.
No,
right?
yeah, we talked to her tonight, just about that confidence. And
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, I've seen you hit X amount in a row. I
Yeah.
know what you're capable of, so just do it,
Yeah.
And I think she's gaining that confidence to
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
let it fly. And we're going to need her to.
You're absolutely
And
going to
sometimes the least likeliest person
Be the hero.
goes on a crazy run, Mr. Moore, and hits 7. I mean,
Yeah.
that was just
Yeah.
an anomaly that was just great.
Yeah.
But that night was the night that they needed that.
Yeah.
And the same with the girls'
And
basketball.
that's our whole mantra. Sometimes you, sometimes me, but,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
always us. You never know where you're going to get it, who it's going to come from. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. As
It
long as you
doesn't
score
matter.
at least one more point than the other team.
That's
That's all we care about.
That's what matters.
That's
Yeah.
all that
Yeah.
matters.
Yes.
So apparently this is year number 50, Jerry. You go back all those years, don't you, in the state tournament? You've been around since
Yeah,
then.
yeah. Yeah, I've
You might have been
around.
a player back then. I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you, it's the funny thing is what you've seen in the change of basketball. When I was in high school, girls basketball just started,
Yeah.
and
Did they do 3-on-3 offense
no,
defense?
it was 5-on-5.
Okay.
But it was a whole different world. I mean, the best players back then would be a bench player now. Back then, I mean, everything was a set shot,
Yeah,
and all that.
It
And
really
it was,
has changed.
and it has changed so much, and to the good.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean-
well, the 3-point line is
Yeah.
taking
Yeah.
the game to a whole different level. Some say good, some not so good. I think if you do a combination of both, that's what you're trying to
Yeah.
achieve. So, but anyways,
So I got one quick question for y'all. Before I know Rick's looking at the clock.
well, we got
Yeah, we're looking at the clock. We got all the time. What do we want to do? But anyway,
we're tightly scheduled here, Jerry.
AAU basketball is a whole different style than what high school basketball is. How much of a issue is that sometimes toning that down into a more controlled environment?
want me to go
You
first?
guys have both coached
Yeah.
AAU, right?
Whichever
Yeah,
one you
I
go.
currently still I coach AAU on the boys' side in
All
the
right,
off season.
Eric, you've been a long time AAU coach. You know, things are a little. I think goals are different. I would think in an AAU team, but you tell us. You're the experienced one.
There's a lot less set plays, obviously, in AAU.
Yeah.
It's a lot more run and gun type style. Put the ball up,
Yeah.
score.
Individual play,
Yeah.
trying to improve, right? You
Correct.
want to try to get their, their
I
basketball.
mean, we have some set plays, but eventually during the game, you end up just playing, just play basketball.
Yeah, yeah.
I just want, so do you have so is there sometimes reeling that in? Sometimes?
I think it depends on, just my opinion, I think it depends on the program and the coaches that the girls play for, right? There's some
Oh, yes.
really, really good AAU programs out there that have some of the best high school coaches coaching for them.
Mhm.
And if you're playing for a program with trainers that are at the practices doing the right things and training the right way, I mean, specifically like Eric's program, has a lot of training done, skills work by Jerry Coleman,
Yeah.
right? And I prefer a lot of players to go train with Jerry. I mean, Ava Mikesel trained with, so you're getting the fundamentals and ball handling. So I know they're good. They're being taught the right way and getting the right things. And I could name a million different people, but I think that matters. I think if you're going and you're getting training from the right people to learn and play the right way so that you can grow your IQ, so that you can just go play and see it and to where you can, you understand the game. And then, it's a family atmosphere, so you're learning also how to be a good teammate and all those things. You can bring a lot of those things back to your high school program, and then I don't have to undo some bad habits that you learned along the way, right? So it's very important for me to kind of push and guide girls and families in our program to programs that I know are good ones, and then tell them, hey, I maybe try to avoid these because you have, someone who's maybe not a certified coach or someone who doesn't coach at the high school ranks or understand what a high school coach is necessarily
Right.
looking for. They're out there just trying to,
Collect
win
wins.
win all these
Collect
AAU
wins.
tournaments and whatever their goals are, right? So for me, I think it could be a really good thing. At the end of the day, girls and boys they're keeping a ball in their hands.
Yep.
So it's hard to argue that, but it can be a huge boost to a program if it's being utilized the right way and if they're being taught good habits.
Yep.
And good things.
And I agree with that 100%. And one thing that drives me insane is 7th and 8th grade, boys and girls, go, 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 go. And they turn, and there's somebody standing there, and then they travel. If we just a little controlled, then we wouldn't have that. But everything anymore is go, 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 go. Maybe I'm just old school.
Oh yeah.
But
Well,
anyway.
guys, hey, good luck. All
Thank
right, Wednesday night.
We need a big crowd.
You
And
need
you're-
a big
yeah,
crowd.
and
You
you're-
heard it.
And you're good at
We
bringing
need
them
to,
in.
you know what? We need to fill that place up. I mean, earlier in the year, we filled it up with the Centerville boys that came to town. That's what I want to see on
Yeah.
Wednesday night.
Oh yeah.
Fill that gym up. You got a rival coming in Winchester. They've handled us over the for many years before we took them down last year. But that's still kind of stinging to me. All right, so
2-20 in the last 20 years
yeah, there you go.
against Winchester.
Really?
All right. Is there any other reason to not show
Yeah.
show up? So Wednesday night we will have that on the
Yeah.
on Night's Broadcasting, Jerry. But big game for the girls on Wednesday night. We'll be on the air at 5:55.
Yep, 5:55.
with the JV game, and then we'll have the Knights. I believe if you win that game, automatically you win the conference. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So there we go. Maybe we get some scissors out and cut some nets.
Well, you know what? I hope so because we
Yeah.
should. And then you end the season Friday night at Lincoln.
At Lincoln.
And so you want to finish off strong. And then next week, Jerry, it all starts for real. We'll have every game of the sectional.
Every game of the sectional we will have on the Knights Broadcasting Network. So make sure you get out to the games, and if you can't get to the ball game, make sure you watch.
Yeah, and that'll start on Tuesday night at Hagerstown. First game's at 6 o'clock. Another game to follow. The Knights play. Drew the first round prize, so you'll play the first game on Friday night. Is that correct?
Yep.
Winner of Hagerstown and Centerville. So
Correct.
get out to the gym. Get out there on Wednesday. Get out to Hagerstown. Come support the girls because I think they're a special team and they're a lot of fun to watch. So
Absolutely.
guys, good luck. Appreciate you coming.
Yeah.
We'll have to do this more often.
For
You
sure.
know, you know what I'm saying? So.
Well, I think we're going to take a quick break here. We thank Cody Dudley and Eric Nolan for coming in tonight. And good luck on the sectional and get that conference championship. That's always a good thing to have. And you're watching Knightline Live, brought to you by Astro Industries.
Being aligned with the Better Homes and Gardens brand brings with it a unique approach to identifying, marketing, and servicing distinctive homes. We know that your experience while buying and selling your home is as important as the homes being bought and sold. That's why our affiliated agents are passionate about personalizing every part of your real estate experience to ensure that every moment is distinctive.
Do you have a big event coming up soon? Dejo Photos has you covered. Check us out on Facebook. We are professional photographers who strive to capture all of your special moments, such as family portraits, senior photos, live action sports, graduations, and so much more. If you don't think photos are important, wait until they are all you have left. Contact us via email at info@dejophotos.com or call us at 765-277-0047. Dejo Photos, capturing memories one photo at a time.
From our trucks to their lunch trays, to your local hospital, to your favorite pub, and to your kitchen table. For more than 60 years, Dot Foods and Dot Transportation have been stocking the shelves of your hometown. Sure, we've grown a lot, but at our core, we're still small-town, family-run businesses that care about our communities and the people who keep us running. Join the Dot family today and be part of something bigger.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
In this market, finding a home you love and actually closing the deal is a cause for celebration. And it all starts with a competitive edge from First Financial Bank. We'll get you pre-qualified fast so you can get your offer in first. We even offer programs with low down payment options and reduced closing costs. Plus, our friendly local team is always here to help. A bank that's ready to help you find a home and a reason to celebrate, however you choose to. That's First.
First! Harmon sheds are custom built to your specifications and needs. But wait, there's more! Harmon sheds build privacy fences, decks for your pool, beautifully designed decks for all around your home, and detached pavilions. Let Joe and the crew do all the work, so all you need to do is relax.
We're dedicated to great results just for you. Johnson Chiropractic.
I recommend Dr. Johnson all the time over the years. Many people have come to Dr. Johnson for my recommendations. And if people live 50 miles away and they tell us they have this problem and they're going to have an operation, we say, no, go see our chiropractor, Dr. Johnson.
We're dedicated to great results just for you. Johnson Chiropractic.
This is Rick Fletcher. When my car needs repair, I take it to 715 Simharjan Parkway in Richmond, home of Knuckle Busters. With their ASE certified technicians, why would you go anyplace else? They repair domestic and imports, air conditioners to Z-bars. Knuckle Busters Auto Repair. Call 765-488-1470 and tell them to go Knights!
Are you being bugged about your floral needs? The Leaning Lily, 927 South 9th, is a full-service florist with lots of great gift ideas like wind chimes, potted plants, hanging baskets, teddy bears, and much, much more. Convenient delivery available to residential, the hospital, and local funeral homes. The Leaning Lily has bouquets to say, I love you, to weddings to say, I do. The Leaning Lily, we have you covered. Martin's Country Mart, US 27 Fountain City. Swing in and grab a coffee or a frazzle, maybe a fountain drink at Martin's Country Mart. We also have all your favorite snacks, bottled drinks, and of course, sweet bakery items. Plenty of accessories for dinner. And don't forget the grill menu, covering lunch, dinner, and of course, the kids' favorite, pizza. Martin's Country Mart, Fountain City.
Your school helps shape the person you become, opening your mind to new ideas and belonging to a community. Whether it's earning an advanced degree, joining the FFA, pushing your health and wellness, playing in the band, or playing on the field. It's a safe place where everyone knows your name, and a kid can be a kid. The halls of today filled with the leaders of tomorrow. Northeastern.
Welcome back to Knightline Live. I'm Jerry Middleton. With me is Rick Fletcher. And Rick, hey, something that has not happened since 1984 happened on Saturday, and our roaming reporter Rick Fletcher was there.
Well,
I always wanted to say that.
The wrestling Knights,
Yeah.
okay, young men and women, since 1984, this is the first time they are the Tri-Eastern Conference champions.
Wow,
So,
that's amazing.
Yeah, congratulations to them. It was a fun day. It was an exciting
Yep.
day at Hagerstown. Hagerstown did a great job putting on the tournament, by the way. But I'll tell you, Jerry, one of the advantages this night's wrestling team has is their ability to fill most of the weight classes, if not all of them. They've got somebody in most, I think, every spot, or they did in this tournament. So a lot of teams come to these tournaments and, you know, they're missing 4 or 5 spots. So you see some forfeits and things like that.
Yeah, that's hard to miss those points.
Yeah. So congratulations to the Knights. They've got
Yes.
some big doings coming up. We're going
Yes.
to talk about that here in a few minutes. We're sectional this weekend at Centerville, so we'll discuss that. But, you know, sights and sounds of the tournament.
There we go.
And that's what we want to see. So we're going to go to that. Then right after we'll go to commercials. We'll come back, talk a little more wrestling, because we did talk to some of the wrestlers, and I want to get them on video. So, Aiden, go ahead and let's see that with the Tri-Eastern Conference champions.
It's Basketball against Kyle Redman. Let's win. He's a senior, Caleb Cody. Champion with 175.5 points is You've had a hard day at work and all you want to do is sit in your lounge chair in the nice cool air? Then it hits! The AC's not working. The living room feels like the Sahara Desert. Call Reynolds Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. In just a short time, it'll be nice and cool. And then all you'll need is a sign that says, "No penguins allowed." Call 765-966-0994. Reynolds Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Proud sponsors of the Knights. Did someone say boom, baby? Call Scoretti Pyrotechnics at 765-977-2757. Scoretti Pyrotechnics has performances for birthdays, weddings, school athletic events, other occasions, and of course, the 4th of July. Scoretti Pyrotechnics are proud supporters of Knights Athletics. Boom, baby! Smith, McQuiston, and Webster Funeral Home has proudly served the Fountain City area since 1886. From the time you walk up the steps, Funeral Director Keith Webster's goal is to carry forward the legacy of personal service established by the Smith and McQuiston families. Using modern technology and good old-fashioned attention to detail, we will strive to earn your confidence in us by treating families the way we think we would want to be treated. Smith, McQuiston, Webster Funeral Home. Rick, thank goodness somebody called timeout because I am hungry.
I'm starved, Jerry. Hey, with 3 different Richmond locations and 1 in Hagerstown, there's a Subway sandwich shop near you.
And you can always order off the app for curbside pickup. The drive-thru's always open, and the way that I prefer it, I just like to walk in.
Here's your sub.
Listen, Subway, eat fresh.
Go Knights!
Welcome back to Knightline Live, and Rick, I'm telling you, Hagerstown did it up and did it up right.
Oh, congratulations to them. I love pomp and circumstance and making a big deal out of athletic events.
I love the jacket that the guy had on.
So, like, when you go to the gym, various gyms, and
Yeah.
they're introducing basketball, and they put the spotlights on, and
Yeah.
I'd love to see a video board and all that. I mean, that's part of the fun. It's part of the entertainment value. So, I don't know if we mentioned this, but the Knights did have 5 wrestlers contend for first place. 3 of them came out champions: Heather Krall and Zane Snyder and Lucas Shamness, and also Olivia Krall and Caleb Cohey finished in second place. All right, so congratulations to them. We got a chance to talk to the Krall sisters. I wanted to do the sisters. All right, been meaning to do that. And then we also had a chance to talk to Zane and Lucas. So let's go to that, Aiden, right now and see what they had to say. We're here at Hagerstown High School. This has been the Tri-Eastern Conference Wrestling Championship, and the Knights, after 40 years in the desert, are the Tri-Eastern Conference champions. And I'm here with Sister Act 1. I've got Heather and Olivia Krall. So Heather, 4-time champion again this year. Give me your thoughts as you reflect back over the years that you've been in these tournaments. So tell us what your thoughts are.
For conference, always kind of been easy. Have one of the easiest weight classes. This year is a little bit different because we're definitely going for that team championship. So a little nerve-wracking watching everyone else wrestle this year.
All right, Olivia, so you've fallen in some pretty big footsteps here with your older sister. I want to ask, do you guys, when I was a kid, I used to wrestle my brother at home. Do you guys do that at home?
Sometimes, but not really.
Of course, we used to wreck the house, and my mom used to get mad at us. So, all right, so give me your thoughts. You get a second place finish today, a very good finish for you. So give me your thoughts. We're going into sectionals next week. So what are your thoughts as we head down?
I don't know. I feel that we did awesome today as a team. And it was really nerve-wracking, and making it a big thing was also kind of nerve-wracking, but I think it was really cool to make it such a big thing. I think it really helped some kids.
All right. Well, onward we go. Sectionals next week, right? So you guys will all be there, right? You and Heather. All right. We'll be looking forward to that. And Heather, I believe you are the defending champion for the Centerville sectional, if I'm correct. Okay. I took a guess and I was right. All right. That's Heather and Olivia Krall, a couple sisters here. They are, as a team, the Tri-Eastern Conference Wrestling Champions. Back here at Hagerstown High School, the Knights are the 2025 Tri-Eastern Conference champions, first time since 1984, according to historian Corey Baker. I'm here with senior Zane Snyder and junior Lucas Shamness. All right, Zane, 3 times for you. What are your thoughts as you go here? Especially I want to know your thoughts about the team championship.
I mean, it's phenomenal that we all won, came together as a team. Even though we haven't had the biggest team in the past, this year we're pretty big, decent in every weight class. But honestly, we're pretty good.
Feels good to win one, doesn't it, here? All right, Lucas, you're only a junior, and I've seen the progression you've made through your wrestling career, a lot of improvement from year to year. Now you're the conference champion. How's that feel, by the way?
Feels good. I'm glad. I've worked really hard for it, and it's something I've been wanting. Going from 4th my freshman year, and then 3rd my sophomore year. So I'm glad.
And here you are, the champion today. So Good job on that right there. So I want to ask you about the team championship. I think Zane likes it that we beat Centerville. So and he's worked on the trifecta here for that Centerville defeat. So talk about the team championship.
Well, for the past few years I've been wrestling, we've had a small team.
Yeah.
Hard to find weights. This year we had a full team, and they're pretty good. They've worked hard for it, and, we got talked to yesterday about this. If we want it, we got to fight for it, and that's what we did.
Yeah, well, congratulations to both of you. All right, this is Zane Snyder. He's the Tri-Eastern Conference champion in the 215 weight class, and Lucas Shamness is the champion at the 120 weight class. We'll see you guys next week at sectionals, I believe.
Yep.
All right, we will have that on the Knights Broadcasting Network. You go to ihsaatv.org, and we'll be there for the whole sectional, and hopefully we'll be sending a whole lot of Knights down to Richmond for the regional. All right, this has been senior Zane Snyder and Junior Lucas Shamness.
Welcome back to Knightline Live, brought to you by Astro Industries. Oh, well, we're just about done for the show tonight.
Yeah.
Great interviews, Rick, as usual. Remind everybody, you and Jeff Matthews.
The Hall of Famer, Jeff
the
Matthews,
Hall of
by
Famer.
the way. I want to make sure everybody knows that. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Inducted into the Union County Hall of Fame. So congratulations, Jeff. We'll see you on Saturday morning at Centerville. We'll be there all day. We'll cover that sectional from start to finish. So.
Bringing you all the wrestling action that you would ever imagine that you want to see.
And probably then some.
And then boys basketball is on the road Thursday at Lincoln, which we will not be broadcasting that ball game. So our next broadcast is Wednesday night, girls basketball against Winchester. Get out and get to the game.
Yeah.
We'll be on the air at 5:55, and I think that's about it.
I think we're done, Jerry.
Boys basketball moved to 16-1. Good for them.
Yeah.
And we'll have more on them next week.
We will.
All right. So for Rick Fletcher, I'm Jerry Middleton, and you know what? It's been another good night.